It's also been a couple of months since you've hired additional companies to assist and bridge the gap with waste management and staffing issues concerning collection of garbage and yard waste and such. Is that working? And do you anticipate any changes with the waste management contract going forward? And what can you share about what you learned about riding the garbage truck?
Well, I think it's working right now. It's not where we want it to be. This is they're both third-party companies. We're using Ryland Environmental and Waste Management. Um, right now, we're getting a lot less complaints than before. They're probably down by 80% from where they were before. Still getting complaints, and when it's your yard trash that doesn't get picked up or your household debris that doesn't get picked up, it's real important to you, and you're at 100% dissatisfied. But over the course of the last couple of weeks since we got Ryland started in one particular area and waste management has got more fully staffed, right now we're facing a situation where we do have the staffing there, but they're still inexperienced. So they may skip a road or a driveway or a couple of houses because of just a lack of knowledge of the area and how this thing works. Their scheduling may be off somewhat, but at least they're going back and picking them up the next day or two. There's going to be some rare instances where they miss your yard because they don't know that you're down a cul-de-sac or couldn't get through there because the car is blocking it or low-hanging lines, and they miss you. And the next week they may come back or they may miss you then. Few and far between, but we still do get the complaints, and we're addressing those. But when you have 50,000 households in Macon-Bibb County, even if you have a 1%, displeasure, it's still a large number of people. So you're going to always have that. We had it before, every company we ever used, even with the county. So it is getting better. The yard debris, we hired two separate companies. They picked up a lot of tonnage. I mean, the fees are very, very high based on the tonnage they had, which means we had a lot out there. And since Waste Management wasn't able to complete their contract back in April, like we thought they could because of the worker shortage, it got way behind. We are getting caught up, but we're still a couple of weeks behind on that. Some places are completely caught up. But it just means that some people, some areas of our community have more debris, like they do more yard work and have larger trees and things of that nature. So it's a process. I do expect that we'll be completely caught up by September. And I think that's going to be dependent, of course, on this new COVID outbreak or variant or whatever you want to call it. If we start seeing a decrease in labor again, it could be a fallback. Not unique to any particular company, not unique to Macon-Bibb County. We recently had a GMA convention last week, and I've had an opportunity to meet with numerous mayors all across the state of Georgia. They are facing the same, or if not worse, challenges that we are. And they use different companies, so it's not unique to one company. It's just the nature of the beast. When you have less people available to hire, or your people that have the CDL license are getting more incentives to leave one company to the other, you're going to have some turnover. You're going to have some inexperience in there. And that's one of the reasons that we're looking at, going to a minimum wage of about $15 an hour for our lowest paid employees.
We heard a little knocking there. I understand there's some renovations going on here at City Hall. Can you tell us how you're shifting folks around for this building?
Well, we have a lot of vacancy in this building, and we're paying a rent at other places. And for instance, code enforcement, we're paying over $100-something thousand for them to be located at another building we don't own. And we believe that bringing them here in City Hall would make them close to us, of course, but also we can save that money. So it's more of a cost-efficient measure to try to get everybody in City Hall that we can. We'll probably consolidate some other areas as well to save money. There's no sense of paying rent on something we already own when we can use some SPOS dollars to make some minor improvements, and the long-term savings is astronomical. So we're going to continue to do that, maybe more efficient. A couple of these places are in Terminal Station now. We pay rent there because it's owned by the Transit Authority, but we look forward to moving some of those to other locations. We've also got making the Bibb County tax assessors that we'll probably move those to another location because simply you do have maintenance and upkeep that's not done in some buildings that we do own, or paying rent in other ways. So they're all cost-efficient measures that we're taking to try to improve our financial situation long term.